write this down please. Immediately I will stop spending money on my people. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but consider this for just a moment. See, what I'm advocating here is that we should not be spending money on our people, rather we should be investing in our people. So this is a fundamental mind shift that I'm really suggesting, is that human resources should not be seen as a cost center, rather as a profit center. Now, when we change our mindset and we start to look at this, we can look at how we can make wise and very deliberate investments into our people that drives the bottom line.
The key to ask yourself is, what can I do as a leader? What can I do to help my team, my group, and my other colleagues break free of the natural human fallback tendency to get back into silo? Because silos are a form of organizational comfort zones. It all starts at the top, first of all. And it's great to see top leadership right here, as opposed to, well, you all figure it out. Right? Senior leadership and senior management has to embrace this, because if they don't become the champions and the protectors of this change, quite frankly, what happens? People go back to where they're comfortable. They fall back to the old silo thinking.
Dr. Denis Cauvier is a full-time professional speaker, trainer, workshop consultant, and is the best-selling author of 8 books. For more than 22 years, Dr. Cauvier has provided his inspirational messages and low-cost, high-impact solutions that deal with some of the toughest talent management and leadership challenges facing organizations. Denis has worked with hundreds of clients in the private and public sector in dozens of industries around the world. He is a highly sought-out expert who has spoken in 46 countries to over 1 million people. Clients have come to greatly value his global perspective and the local solutions he tailors for each group. His audiences range in size from 27,000 seated in a giant sportsplex to several senior executives in a boardroom setting.
Your use of handouts, tools, and survey results provided us with active learning experiences and kept our participants highly involved and alert to your message. Alberta Pacific Forest Products, Alberta.
Here's a perspective. I feel, in my estimation, I say it is impossible to provide sustainable customer-centric service without first providing the necessary team-centric base. In other words, I don't believe that we can give what we don't have. With the recession behind us, really, a lot of people were clinging to their jobs because they were so fearful. How we treated our people as various organizations through the recession, how we treat them now as the economy takes off, is really going to have a profound impact. I believe that times are changing, and they're changing really quickly. I believe that the battle for talent will heat up, and it's going to be a very different space in as little as 2 years from now.
Dr. Cauvier is committed to providing his clients with customized solutions that are tailored to their unique requirements. Denis works in partnership with each client to help them surpass their goals. He is recognized as a results-oriented, turnaround professional speaker, trainer, and consultant. Denis prides himself on providing valuable, ready-to-use tools and templates for his attendees. Denis enjoys engaging his audience in the learning process and encourages questions and interaction from the group.
Your natural skills for public speaking are among the best I have seen. You see complex and specific corporate situations, and you very well combine this intelligence with your people management messages when presenting. Swedbank, Sweden. The reaction from every attendee was overwhelmingly positive, with a huge uptake of the tools presented. Denis is an extremely knowledgeable speaker and consultant, and he definitely exceeded my expectations. Alberta Agriculture and Rural Development, Alberta.
Let me ask this question here. When you look at your job descriptions from a big picture, a philosophical perspective, show of hands, how many people are directly involved in customer service? Directly involved. Now let me offer you a different perspective. Everyone put your hand up. Everyone put your hand up. Now you got the correct answer to that. That's a bit of a trick question. See, here's my way of thinking. In today's lean, I won't call it mean environment, let's call it lean and keen, because that's a better attitude, okay? In today's lean environment, My thinking is very simple. When I go and do analysis and audits on the effectiveness of organizations, it's real simple. I ask two questions, and I look at an individual position, not necessarily the person, but the position. First question, is this position directly serving the external customer, the paying customer? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, great, we got room for them. If the answer is no, then I ask one more question. Is this position directly supporting the position that is directly supporting the paying customer? Yes or no? If I get two no's, that position is no longer valid by my definition.
Dr. Cauvier has been active in developing highly effective teams across Canada, the United States, and around the world. He has created many practical, low-cost methods of attracting, pre-screening, selecting, training, developing, engaging, and retaining exceptional team players. Denis has personally conducted over 5,300 selection interviews throughout Canada, the United States, and 16 other countries. As president of Dr. Denis Cauvier Seminars International, Denis is widely recognized as North America's top speaker on the topics of finding, engaging, and keeping great staff for well over a decade, and is the best-selling author of 8 books. How to Hire the Right Person, How to Keep Your Staff Productive and Happy, Attracting, Selecting, and Retaining Great People, 101 Low-Cost, High-Impact Recruiting Methods, Hired 2.0, Recruiting Exceptional Talent at the Speed of Light.
Dr. Cauvier's topics such as attracting, selecting, and retaining great people through to improving productivity and motivation and managing cross-generational teams were incredibly insightful. Richard Lloyd Recruitment, Australia.
Look at the older generation. In other words, the parents of the baby boomers, they have amassed more wealth, more net worth than any generation before them. They're the ones that are passing away very quickly now. It's just pure aging thing, right? So what we're going to see in the next 10 years, we're going to see the single biggest transference of wealth in the history of this country. And it probably won't be repeated, actually. All of a sudden, you're going to have literally every day thousands of people for the next 10 years winning the lottery every day. Do you think that might affect whether or not they want to put up with that toxic boss anymore?
Denis has a proven track record of propelling his audiences into positive action. His energy and enthusiasm is contagious, and his audience learns from full group participation.
Denis's style of delivery is professional, effective, and efficient. He has an excellent rapport with his audience, and he delivers a humorous, friendly, interactive, hands-on seminar. Merit Contractors Association, Canada.
Dr. Cauvier is a frequent expert in the national media. He has appeared on over 100 television business programs with over 70 million viewers and published dozens of national and international articles. Denis's diverse clients include Fortune 500 companies, professional associations, government departments, nonprofit agencies, small to mid-sized enterprises, several billionaires, a Caribbean head of state, an African king, and a sheik within a royal family.
Dr. Cauvier is a highly inspirational and motivational speaker who delivers his speech in an enthusiastic and enthralling way, enriching his presentation with real success stories. That helps the audience to bridge from theory to practice in everyday life. Parnu Conferences, Estonia.
Some of Denis's in-demand topics include Hired 2.0, Recruiting Exceptional Talent at the Speed of Light. How to keep your staff productive and happy. How to attract and retain great people in today's labor market. How to engage your staff and create strategic advantages during tough economic times. For more information on how to book Dr. Denis Cauvier to speak at your next event, please see the following contact information.